Things are picking up here at Radio Row on a Wednesday. It was quiet Monday and Tuesday. Were you hear Brian Jones Monday and Tuesday?
You could tell that things are – the game's afoot, as they say.
He's a former NFL linebacker, college football studio analyst for CBS Sports and CBS Sports Network. What are you doing in town this week, man?
Hey, man, I'm hanging out with a great doctor. Dr. Christina Gavignano has developed what we're hoping is a promising treatment for CTE.
Oh, really?
It's been at the forefront of a lot of us former players' minds over the last few decades, and she has an application that's been used for other diseases, and they're repurposing it for the study into CTE, and the root of all of this is inflammation, and she's been able to identify inflammation as the key driver, whether it's Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, depression. And speaking of depression, a lot of us former players deal with depression because we're constantly inundated with inflammation. I wake up in the morning, the first thing that says hi is inflammation. I'm wondering, okay, which joint is going to cause me the most problems today? That being said, we knew what we'd signed up for. It's a violent sport, and that attracted many of us to the game, and we'd do it all over again. But the fact that we might have something on the horizon that could help us deal with the discomfort that a lot of us are experiencing and definitely elevate our quality of life is promising. So Dr. Christina Gavignano has done some yeoman's work.
That's fascinating. So the attraction for you is you've experienced some of this.
Oh, yeah, brain fog. A few years back, man, I was doing both sports radio for CBS and my television duties, and I was like, what the heck is going on with my brain, man? Yeah. And I gave up radio, and at that time, I was overdosing on omega-3s and anything else that they said
just tried anything,
that would help.
Right?
Yeah. You're seeking any solution you can. Came across a friend's product from Prime My Body called CBG, and I noticed that I was more lucid, more mental acuity, and I didn't strain to recall information. Now, I still have problems. My friends I work with, New Heisel and Aaron Taylors and Adam Zucker tell you I still screw up the King's English, but I'm not slurring as much as I
What kind of friends are those?
I mean, those are real friends.
Telling you the truth,
Those are the ones that tell you. I'll tell you a quick story. I had one a few years ago. I wasn't as slim as I am now, and my buddy said, BJ, dude, I know the camera adds 10 pounds to you. You must have had 3 cameras on you. So, I like to keep those type of friends close, man. They keep it real. But, having experienced some of this, having friends who've played the game and tragically, taken their lives or succumbed to this disease, the fact that it's close to home, and I'm proud and excited about what Dr. Gavignano is doing, man. It gives us a lot of hope. We can get knee braces and all that stuff, and you see all those injuries, but you don't see those other injuries, especially the brain ones.
Man.
Brian, as a college football analyst, how do you begin to put Indiana's season into context?
If I told you 5 years ago Indiana would be running college football, you would have fucking laughed me out of the room, Brian.
We'd be running Vegas, right?
Yes.
You told me that, dude. Listen, I believed in them last year. When you turn on the film, you can see that, especially on the defensive side of the ball, agitation at every level. And they're a selfless football team. We had the pleasure of going out to Oregon this past year when they took on Oregon. So we saw them up close and personal. And what really stood out to me was that defense, because Oregon hadn't given up many sacks until that particular ball game. They gave up 4 or 5. But Mendoza throws a pick 6, comes back the next drive, and just leads them down the field. So no one got out of sorts. There was no panic whatsoever, and we were on their sideline.
Right.
And so we're close and could see all the reactions. And they are you can say this about certain guys. You can definitely say it about the quarterback, a pros pro. That team, they're a pros team, man, because the way they go about their business. And Cignetti identifying talent and not going the conventional way, he's 6'3" for this position, or I need my tight end to be that guy. Who's producing?
Right.
And those coordinators have been with them forever. So they've got a methodology and an approach that has worked at every level, and the kids believe in what they're selling.
You ended your college career at Texas, and I'm curious, when you watched this Longhorns team, how much better was Arch Manning by the end of the season than the people that maybe just saw him in those early games.
The first game, really, yes.
Yeah, he was a hell of a lot better. And
Right.
what really concerned me in the first game is that was the rudimentary plays
Right.
that he couldn't execute.
Right.
And I didn't expect him to go into Ohio State and throw for 300 yards. But there were rudimentary plays he didn't make, and that tells you it was in his head because I've seen him since he's been on campus there at Texas. And you're right. By mid to late season, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, man.
Right.
You see all the things you want to notice: climbing the pocket, not forcing the rock, eating the rock, utilizing your athleticism. The play in the Oklahoma game to seal that victory, I think it was like 3rd and something. He runs for about 20 yards. So he's going to be fabulous. He's fine. And now, mark my word, we being Texas might have the best receiver in college football. This Cam Coleman didn't have a damn quarterback both years he was there at Auburn.
Yeah.
He comes to Texas, he is the truth.
College football has changed so much from even 5 years ago, but when I was growing up. Do you like today's college football?
I love it, but there are aspects of it I don't like. Okay. Transfer portal, great. I transfer it. UCLA to Texas, and it had nothing to do with playing time or anything of that sort.
But even if it does, that's fine, right?
Yeah,
yes.
but that's fine. But, 3 and 4 and 5 different schools, man.
Right.
My grandma used to say, hey, boy, go somewhere, sit your ass down and be still. All right? And that's what some of these kids need to do.
Right.
And we need to go old school with them. But the coaches have been free to move about the country. Why not the players? I'm good with that. But here's what really bothers me is this NIL. It's not NIL. It's pay for play. Let's just say it.
Yes.
And, we had it under here when I was playing under the table.
Yeah.
But it's not NIL, and these agents are robbing these kids, man, charging them 15-20% for a negotiation, ostensibly for a contract, under the guise of NIL. NIL marketing deals 15-20%. That's standard. But this is not a brand deal. This is not bringing a brand and an athlete together for a paid collaboration. This is strictly pay for play. Stop robbing these folks. But we're never going to get our arms around this no time soon.
Right.
Because NCAA could have been proactive.
Yes.
And we wouldn't be sitting here where we are. I wrote a thesis on this. I went back to school after my NFL career, and I wrote a thesis on college, not just college football, but college sports. And I used Patrick Ewing and Georgetown Hoyas as my example in that thesis, and all the money they generated, back then, man, big money and all that, and how huge that was.
Yes.
And those basketball games and the amount of money and attention they were garnering. And, that scholarship back then was worth maybe $35,000, $40,000, which is important. And I get it. And I am so happy. And I the best thing I ever did was go back to school, get my degree.
Right.
But if that's what my scholarships were, and you're bringing in upwards of $40, $50 million, going back to my thesis I wrote.
Yeah.
Those players deserve some piece of that because no one had Georgetown on the map back then.
No, Ewing is sitting there. He's walking around campus. Everyone's wearing his jersey.
Right.
Not just at Georgetown, in the entire D.C. area.
My point is exactly. If my jersey's flying off the shelves at the local bookstore, can I get a cut?
No.
Yeah, that's NIL.
Right.
I just want a cut. Set aside a little bit for me for later, man.
Brian, I feel like in
That's
your
a great
media
point,
career, you've worked all different time slots.
Yeah.
Working with Greg Giannotti in the early mornings, how rough were the early morning shows?
We came out 10 years ago. We forced our boss, Eric Spitz, who's now at Sirius, for Sports Center to send us out here. We were stupid and dumb because we did 6 to 9 East Coast.
Crazy.
So 3 to 6 here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So that was BJ back then. That was wild. So I'm leaving the club, going to the radio show back then.
With Gio, probably, right?
No, I couldn't get him. He was much wiser. I couldn't get Gio to go. But that was fun, man. That dude I would work with Gio again. Chris Moore, he and I did evening drives for 2 years before I switched over to morning
I've known
drive.
Chris Moore for 25 years, man. He used to do middays at WQAM in Miami. My friend Boog Shambi.
Yep, right. Yeah. And that nut, man. I would work with him.
A couple of radio bets cutting it up right now.
There it is, dude. Yeah. I go on that show with our boy at WQAM in the morning.
Oh, Joe Rose.
Joe. Yeah, Joe, my guy.
Big dog.
Man.
Big dog.
Yeah.
Joe.
No one promotes more products than Joe Rose, man.
Even that one down the street, Tootsie's. best fried lobster on the planet.
Yes.
I heard.
Yeah, according to Joe Rose.
I heard, yeah.
According to Joe Rose. The morning shift, though, it's funny that Taylor brought that up because we were asking Golick at the height of Mike and Mike when he's coming out to Super Bowls on the West Coast. He's doing that show from 3 until 7 in the morning. That is terrible. That is brutal.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Joe Rose, the man.
Yeah, man. You're the man, by the way.
I appreciate you guys, man.
One more time, tell everyone, because this is important stuff.
Yeah, Dr. Christina Gavagnano, and you can go to Concussions and CTE, Concussions, A-N-D, and spelled out, CTE.org, and learn more about these clinical trials that are forthcoming by her and her team.
Who wins the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to be the Seahawks.
Really?
Great defenses, man. And, I mean, that Houston defense was lights out.
Crazy.
If C.J. Stroud wasn't point shaving, they would be here. But
did you just accuse C.J. Stroud?
I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Not playing football.
How many turnovers in 2 games?
I think
about
it was
12.
6, I think.
I'm like, dude, and that bewildered look
yes.
on his face. Now, I don't get to watch a ton of pro during the season because I'm in season, and I'm always studying, for the next week. But watching the playoffs, there were some great defenses involved. 2 of them here. I think this Legion of Boom Redux. I think if they will come to play, and Sam Darnold, we get the best version of him, I think they win. But I love me some Drake May, even when he was at UNC, man. That dude is badass.
All right, Brian, you're badass. You're a good man. We appreciate the time.
Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you.
Safe travels home to you, and enjoy the game on Sunday, man.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, you guys.